and welcome back to the channel. Just a few thoughts on part 4 of The Wasteland, Phlebas the Phoenician. It's very short, just about 8 lines, and it was originally a lot longer. Eliot wrote a whole section about the shipwreck of this Phoenician ship and what happened. However, together with Ezra Pound, he took the red pen to it, and it all got cancelled except for this short piece, which Eliot was also wanting to cancel, but Pound advised him to keep it in because it referred back to Madame Sosostris and the dead Phoenician sailor, and a warning about fearing death by water. Maybe also calls to mind Mr. Eugenides, a Smyrna merchant with his pocket full of currants. Here the currants are eating away his bones in whispers. The general idea is of suffering and death again. So times change. This is Phoenicia, ancient Phoenicia, place was located in modern Lebanon, maybe Syria, and the people were seafaring people. They left colonies in different places. The most famous colony was Carthage, and it's interesting to think how many times Carthage and Phoenicia is referred to in this poem. There is Phlebas, a Phoenician sailor, and at the end there are the words of Augustine about "to Carthage then I came," and of course the ships at Miley in the first section about the war between the naval war between Carthage and Rome. So seems to have had Phoenicia and Carthage on his mind a little bit, Eliot. Phoenicians and the Carthaginians were great traders, and in the poem there is a reference to Phlebas now forgetting the profit and the loss. So all the trade, all the money made, all the successes of a financial nature don't mean anything anymore because he's dead. And there is a cycle of life and death here. The people come and go, the places come and go. It's Carthage, it's Rome, it's Athens, it's Jerusalem, it's London. Empires are built, empires crumble, new empires form, but nothing really changes except the names. It's all just suffering. There is a reference to the wheel. He who turns the wheel and looks to windward, something like that. So we might think about whether Eliot is subliminally referring to the wheel of Dhamma here, maybe. It's certainly a very Buddhist picture, the idea of cycle of life and death which never changes, the cycle of suffering which people keep going through time and time again. Maybe Stetson and his friend and the dead Phoenician sailor are people who are just being born and dying time and time again through samsaric time, always facing the same suffering. And Eliot is suggesting the pointlessness of it all. And Phlebas was once as handsome and as tall as anybody else, but now he's like this, and to this state you will come too. Everybody will come to it. So try to think of a way to get out of it. It's striking, and it refers to some major themes in the poem, as we already said. And it's very striking and effective as a standalone piece. I think, and really makes the reader think very, very strongly about death and about its effect, and how when it strikes you down, whatever you were like before, it has no meaning anymore. You are dead, and that's the end. If you believe in the cycle of life, then you'll be reincarnated again, but it will just be to face the same kind of suffering once more until you tire of the suffering of the dukkha and decide to get out. So, not a lot more to say about this very short section, which is so truncated, and Eliot almost decided to leave out. So, I'll leave it there, and the next video will be what the thunder said. So thank you.